See what we got here. Let's go to work. It's that time. We're clocked in. Hey, what's going on, party people? Now, welcome. If this is your first time here, it's definitely a pleasure having you in. I go by the name of L'Esprit. I am a spiritual healer. And technically, as a spiritual healer, what I do is that I assist other people in becoming in alignment with who they are. And the way to do that is by embracing those different aspects of you. You know, like understand, for instance, you have your emotions, you have your intellect. So you have to acknowledge, but most importantly, well, acknowledgement is definitely key, but they all have to come together. When you're fully healed, or when you become conscious, that consciousness, it's being, you know, it's to bring out the light. It's to cast the light in the darkness. It's to turn on the lights. It's turn on. It's turn on that switch. But for you to do that, like, you would have to cover all the bases, right? So the light cannot be confined. So therefore, you have to become in touch or becoming aware of your makeup, understanding who you are. That's the basis, and that's where you're going to have that self-realization. The self-realization is a process. And that's what pretty much we're doing on earth. And that's the journey of the chosen one. Or whoever chooses, however the fuck you want to look at it. But the journey it's going to be the same. And that's what our ancestors did, you know, like through mythology, you know, telling us the story. But not even a story, because that story has to be made flesh, telling you now this is what you need to embody. So they giving you that story, that mythology, for you to grasp it, and for that knowledge, for you to become that. You have to become the knowledge. So that's what mythology is intended to do, that for you. That's why when you learn about the Jesus story, you should put yourself in Jesus. Because that's why we did mythology. And of course, I mean, that's a whole different conversation. The mythology part is a whole conversation. The Jesus shit I just mentioned it's a whole different conversation. But I guess I'm saying all of that to say, since we were talking about the self-awareness, I mean, this shit could go in so many different levels and layers and depthness. It's like shit. And as you can see, I'm looking for some smoke. Obviously. Oh yeah, it's gonna be like that, man. 11/11. It's gonna be that way. So now, if you're coming back, you already know. Get a plate. You know exactly what we do here. It's nothing but love, baby. So, you know, and it's always a pleasure. My haters, too. If you're a hater, you coming back, it's a pleasure having you in, man. You know what I'm saying? Love is love. The world is yours, baby. Just remember that, okay? Do me a favor. You know, make sure you remember the world is yours. You're good. I made it mine. If you don't believe me, watch me. I made it mine. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't want to make it yours, listen, man, you don't have to be that hard-headed. But if you choose to be hard-headed, okay, man, you're losing. Why would you do that? That's what you want. Hey, listen, man. You know what I'm saying? I just came here to say what I gotta say. You feel me? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Because you're going to have to put on your own pain. That goes for everybody. That goes for everybody. What you're looking here, it's pain in it at its best. It's the beauty. It's the pain, that transformation, the ascension, the knowledge, the wisdom, spirit, harmony, beauty. That's all you're getting over here, man. You know, so if this is your first time, you definitely in for a good one. Yo, you in for a good one, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's always a holy communion, where we get to break bread, share wisdom, mingle together. I love this shit, man. Y'all my shit, nigga. I'm gonna keep doing that shit. At first when the spirit I'm like, man, fuck these niggas. But you know what now? I love y'all niggas. Love y'all niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? And I get to see a whole different side of me too. It's like me talking to me too. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, baby? You're doing good. You're doing good. Let's keep rocking. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep doing this. So, tonight I wanted to talk about, so now again, I'm not sure if I touch on, spirituality a little bit. Especially if this is your first time, I really love to talk about, spirituality, right? Because, a lot of times people look at spirituality as a belief system or religion or a certain sector or sect or cult, whatever the fuck, right? Whereas that is not the case at all. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. I call myself God. I don't say it to be arrogant. I don't say it because I don't acknowledge a greater source than me. You know what I'm saying? Or because I think I got the biggest dick. No, not at all. Far from that. I say it and I believe in it. And I talk like it, walk like it. Because I acknowledge there is a greater thing, that surrounds me. But you know what else? Then I realize I have a connection with that. So I reflect in it. So when I'm telling you, if I were to tell you, or if I ever tell you, well, I'm telling you now, motherfucker, I am God. Because I am God in essence. The essence of Him. I'm in touch with that now. I know who I am. I'm His son. I am Him. So what I'm truly saying by this is, so you are already divine. You are divine. You are spirit. Now you acknowledging that, when you do that, now you become spiritual. That's when now you get to sort of separate yourself, but not really. Or I should say, I know for me, if I were to say anything, I found myself being more involved, but in a whole different way. Because I don't suppress my humanity. I embrace it better. Because now I'm seeing God in everything that I do. So meaning, my humanity now has become my spirituality. Because all of my growth are taking place through my humanity. Then I understand, being spiritual has to be materialized. And that's what our ancestors been telling us. The word's got to be made flesh. That's why I tell you niggas, you go tell them what you see on this side, man. And if you don't see anything, let me let you know what's happening here. The blind are now seeing. The deaf are now hearing. The mute are now speaking. But all of that has to, come on, man. What's understood doesn't have to be explained. But all of that is part of you becoming in connection with your inner self or higher self. Higher self, inner vision, Tomatoes, tomatoes. Or the divine in you, God. But unfortunately, religion, they get you to think or see things differently. Even the Gnostics is giving you a fucked up perspective of who the fuck you are. It's a limited way of looking at it. First of all, they telling you this creation, this world was created by lesser gods. So they call this the demiurge. Right? But all of that is being said to somehow show you this is a flaw. Meaning now they're creating a duality. Your humanity is a flaw. Now you have your humanity, and then now you have your spirituality. Now that is duality. Ironically, that same story is also telling you not to eat from the tree of good and evil. You got to read between the lines. That same story is telling you not to eat from the tree of good and evil. When you have that type of perspective. So the whole demiurge aspect of it is to demonize nature. Is to demonize this reality here. Whereas our fucking ancestors, that's why the Christians, and the Gnostic are Christians too. So the Christians are telling you, about, we are born sinners. It's the same mentality, but it's being said in a different way. They talking about flaw, you are born sinner. You are naturally wicked. You no good. It's all different layers, but they're all talking about the same shit. Then at this point, a baby being born here, of course, man, is bullshit. Because you're being born in flaw. So you being born already is like your death. Technically, your death is being born. And they tell you that too. There's no death without being born, right? So you being born is your death. But now what the Gnostic, shit, those are portals, baby. They are not destinations. That's one. Meaning, shit, like, do you complain about a bridge? If it's a bridge, it's a bridge, bro. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Well, that's one level of looking at it. Now let's delve deeper into it, right? The whole understanding or energy that they're putting behind it is to demonize nature as if this is flawed, right? But when you go back in our ancestors, we worship nature. Not nature itself per se, but the energy behind nature. Like when we talk about Ra, when niggas used to worship the sun. It's not the physical sun that they're worshiping. It's the understanding behind it. The energy that it emulates allegorically, symbolically. So in other words, I'm trying to say to you, you understand that nature was more than just being nature. You didn't look at nature as nature. Meaning you didn't look at it with your physical eyes. You looked at it from a spiritual perspective, and that's why you honor it. That's why we use nature in everything that we do. The Egyptians, the fucking Sphinx, These niggas have different animals. All those were it was messages. But we use nature because we understood the wisdom behind nature. Not that it was a flaw. In fact, we saw through the fucking flaws, if you want to put it that way. To the pure, all is pure. To the pure, all is fucking pure. How are you looking at it? And that shows your level of consciousness. But to attain the highest level of consciousness, baby, it's beautiful. Then you start seeing the divine. That's why in one of my videos I talk about your humanity is your fucking spirituality. How do you ascend? You ascend by understanding the psychological bullshit that you encountered in this physical life. They tell you have to forgive. Well, who the fuck are you going to forgive? Who the fuck are you forgiving? Your brother, your mother. They're okay. So this is a physical life, man. Come on now. So your growth, your understanding, that's why your spirituality has to be materialized. That's what they're telling you. That's how you become wise. A wise man, it's knowledge, it's the embodiment of fucking knowledge. He's that walking knowledge. I'm that walking cabinet, baby. I'm giving you your medicine. What are we doing? But then when I started learning a little bit more about the Gnostics too, these motherfuckers was Christians, man. You know what I mean? Christians, but on top of it too, man. From Greek, all of these motherfuckers, man. Like, these niggas couldn't get into any. I know I read this thing because when I started, I was really, like, philosophy was my thing. As a young kid, I was always fascinated. But I gotta say, well, that was my connection with my dad too, because he was into metaphysics. So a lot of the shit that he used to say, I was always fascinated by that, man. This nigga's used to certain things, like, I'll give you a perfect example. Like, he always used to say a couple shit. I mean, because I'll give you, like, he had this thing he used to tell us. If you want to be as strong as an ox, don't eat the ox, but eat what the ox eats. This nigga would be dropping jewels on us like that, and I appreciated that, King. I appreciate you, baby. I love you. Already know. Stop playing. We're not even gonna go there. I'm gonna act like I know, nigga, and you know I know. So I'm act like I know. You know what I'm saying? Those little bits and pieces of fucking, you know what I'm saying? So I was fascinated by that. I love it. The way things were being said. You know what I'm saying? So that always stuck with me. So I always, and then, you know, I started delving into philosophy. That's pretty much how I started. You know what I'm saying? That was my thing. And from there, and I'm like, and so Plato, especially Socrates was my nigga, dog. You couldn't tell me nothing on this nigga. It was, most importantly, you know how the intelligence. But little did I know, it was a direct connection of me. See, we use mythology, and we also use something called archetypes. Archetypes, you got to understand that. Let me tell you what a fucking archetypes is. A lot of people now are using the word toxic. No, fuck it. Not even toxic. A narcissist, right? If I tell you, you know what? John Doe right there, he's a narcissist. That's what I need to tell you. So you know everything about this nigga. So an archetype is a representation of that. So you have your narcissist. If I was to tell you, this nigga's a cool ass nigga, dog, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with this dude. So, or, you know, I give you the image of what this motherfucker is. Just like if I were to tell you you're gonna burn in hell, you already know what that is, man. Shit, you be lit, nigga. I'm like, take me there, because I know I'm gonna be lit. I'm gonna stay in the middle of that fire. I'm gonna add on some fire to that fire, nigga. What side do I look better on? Let's wear that one. I'll add fire in hell, nigga. Take me to hell. I'm gonna add fire to that shit. I'm gonna burn the shit down. You gotta embrace you, baby. But anyway, let me slow down. Slow down. I'm on some bullshit. So now what we're talking about, this type of understanding. Now, you know, I guess I was talking about spirituality, right? So yeah, so technically it is your essence. That's your essence. Has nothing to do with a belief system or, you know, this religion, that religion. It's just your nature. And it's being reflected in this life, in everything that you do. For instance, when you speak, whatever you do, you're expressing something. You're writing something down. You're making a gesture. You are expressing yourself. All of those are a representation of your mental. You are projecting your mind. Hey, stop. You write that or you say it. So that spirit is projecting something. And it's being manifested in different ways. That's self-expression. That's why you are love. You need to learn how to stay open. Open meaning now you're becoming, shout out Dr. B, this nigga said some shit about you becoming a superconductor for spirit. For the divine. Now you've become, in other words, you've become one with God. Who are you? Are you wicked? Or are you divine? Or you choose, baby. That's on you. I'll shit. You know, you choose. I already made my choice. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm just styling in a sense. I'm letting you know when I say it, this is why I say it for. This is what I mean when I say it. Unapologetically. Mean with it. Shit. I ain't even stuttering on that one. Nigga, I ain't stutter. You know what I'm saying? Looking at you dead in the eye, nigga. What's up? It's that way. But it's through, you know, having a deeper understanding of who I am. And that's what we're doing as a spiritual healer when we tell you about your conscious mind, when I'm telling you about your false self, your true self, and the ego, for you to understand those differences. Because those are your makeup. And as for you to become or to have that self-awareness, you have to become, you know, you have to know those different aspects of you. Who are they? What are they? How do I operate? Do you see what I'm saying? For you to understand, for you to master anything, you would have to, for you to, if you could, you have, it's self-mastery. This whole spiritual shit is self-mastery. That's all it is. All mental. How you master your mind. You claiming yourself. You know. So again, if we're going back, you know what I'm saying, then when you see the divine in you, then now you have, that's when now your heart, come on now. Now, there's layers in this. That's when your heart truly get to be as light as a feather. That's how the truth now sets you free. That's how you know. But when you in opposite, when there's duality, it's the same thing. Listen, man, like I can never understand this part. Bitches always saying, yo, my ex, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you over the motherfucker, when you truly over a motherfucker, this nigga could fuck your dad. This nigga fuck my dad, nigga. I'm over this motherfucker. I don't even see him here. So truly, I'm saying all of that to say, when we're talking about love and hate, it's the same thing. But love and being indifferent is different. That's the opposite. I'm indifferent to you, meaning I don't love you and I don't hate you. You don't matter. If I was hating on you, then you mattered. If I love you, obviously, you fucking matter. But if I don't give a fuck about you, nigga, you don't matter. Here's duality and here's polarity. We embrace everything, nigga. I don't give both sides. In other words, me not giving a fuck about you, nigga, I love you and I hate you. Nigga, I don't love you, I don't hate you. You don't matter. Come on, man. This is for the grown-ups. What are we doing? So to look at this world with a limited perspective, and that's what the Gnostic did, unfortunately. But that's the European interpretation of what we're doing. That's why the Gnostics, or if you're talking about the New Age, it's just a higher version of Jesus Christ. The physical or the literal interpretation of religion. It's just a higher definition of that. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, if you believe in Jesus and shit, then you say niggas will burn in hell. These niggas wouldn't say that. They say there's no hell. But you know what hell is? It's this world. And then what's not hell is anything that's not physical. Same shit, same difference. In African spirituality, we bypass all that shit. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about earth and physical or non-physical. I make it all matter. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it matters. That's how the masters keep coming back. That's how the masters, that's what self-mastery is. That's what the Indian call this a fucking illusion. So therefore you have, like, I could see through the bullshit. And when you know the truth, you can't unsee what you see, baby. It's too late. I already see it. I see what your pussy look like. It's not looking good. We're not going to go into details, but it's not looking good. You want me to unsee that? It's too late, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It's not what I saw? That's not what it said? Okay. You know, and that's basically what religion is telling you. That's how they're keeping you asleep. They tell you it's not what you see. You're not God. There's no connection between you and him. But yet when you worship him, I mean, and then they're telling you, like, which one is it? You know, you would have to get to a realization or, you know, some sort of, you know what I'm saying, to find out, you know, how close are you to that? Like for me, I see myself being that, not seeing myself in the sense of looking at myself from a physical, I mean, that too. But I'm saying as far as the connection, I am that. That's how the Son and the Father are one. But the Son knows he's the Son. Meaning, I know I have a physical body. Yes, it's going to die. Right? But I also understand. Listen, it's more than that. I have another side of me. So, meaning, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay. It just, you know what I'm saying? That's like death is just you getting off this vessel. You're just switching your direction. You exiting. Think about it. If it's like you driving to the fucking airport, right? You get on the fucking flight. You get on a plane, right? Then once you got off the plane, nigga, you know what I'm saying? There's another car waiting on you, nigga. That's what the journey is. That's what this experience is. And that's what makes it you being a spiritual being, having a human experience. That's what this shit is talking about. How do you want it? So to look at this as being flawed, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, nigga, you got it. You can make it whatever the fuck you want to. I guess that's what I'm saying. I made it mine. You know what I'm saying? So when we're talking about gods, like, what the fuck are we doing here? Because the gods are making it mine. I'm making it mine. I'm claiming this bitch. King Kong ain't got nothing on me, nigga. What are you doing? So therefore, we're talking about, that's why, listen, man, it's self-realization. But this type of knowledge requires, because that's really what I wanted to talk about tonight. You know what I'm saying? I was being dramatic, but I'm getting to it, though. Is a devotion. You got to be devoted and dedicated to yourself. I mean, as part of that realignment, you got to be devoted to it. Meaning, you got to be connected to it. When they're telling you you got to give God your whole life, that's what it means. Not a supernatural man or whatever the fuck. I'm not even gonna go there, but I'm gonna just say that's what it means. Meaning you have to devote yourself to that inner side of you, to that divine part of you, which is that divine part that is connected to the universe. But for that union, to maintain that type of union, you have to be devoted. So to know the knowledge, that is beautiful. You're working. But it's you can't be a part-time spiritualist, dog. You can't be half conscious. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, God. That's why you could lie all you want. Your action, it's just a matter of time for you to be exposed, baby. In fact, you have already been exposed. You just haven't seen it yet. You just don't know. You cannot lie down here, bro. When you lie to somebody, it simply means the person don't see what you're saying. They don't know what you're saying. So you actually didn't lie to them. You don't know. I mean, that's when the whole manipulation comes in. I'll give you that. But even that is revealing yourself. Because when you're truthful, when you become the truth, when you have that connection with your inner self, that's why the more, have you noticed most of the spiritual masters, those are the most open people. The more spiritual you are, the more of a better human being you are. The more honesty you have. That's why loving you can't love nobody else without loving yourself, baby. That's why I can have compassion for motherfuckers. That's how when Jesus said you have to love, you know what I'm saying, your enemies, that's what it means. Lovingly. I can't fuck with you. I gotta let you go with love. I'll let you go with love. I love you. Bye. I love you. I love you. Gotta let you go. Do you see what I'm saying? Whereas you could say, fuck me, but you hold on to me. Fuck you. What are you doing? You're lying to yourself. Look at this liar. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. And that's what a lot of us do. That's why we're living our life based on who we should be. Anytime you're not being honest with yourself, you are cheating yourself. And if you are cheating yourself, how can you be true to somebody else? You know, most of us, you know, we would tell our kids, listen, this is what, you know, society wants of us. That's what I got. I know it's bullshit, but hey, this is what you got to go for. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're passing on the lie. Because you're fighting so hard not to open up. You're going against your nature. You guys are fucking tough, man. I don't know how you guys do that. I can't do it. Ever since I was a child, I couldn't do that shit. I'm like, yo, fuck it, man. Fuck you, nigga. I'm gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? I've been like this, man. It could be the Leo in me too. Who knows? That's that fire. That's that Ogu. Aibu bullshit. Could be. But I just couldn't take anything less, man. You know what? I guess I was always conceited, though. Yeah, that way? Oh, yeah. Come on, man. You can't put me in a box. That's not going to happen. Over my dead body. And that's what it's going to be, nigga. That's all you have to understand. You are the sacrifice. I am that sacrifice. For me to even have this conversation with you, you know what I'm saying? That's how I'm dying for you. I'm like, hey, you can do it too, motherfucker. Look at me. That's all it is. Nothing else. And that's how our ancestors died for us. You know, meaning they have to die to their inner self to reach their higher self. And now their higher self are now talking to us. Through those sacred texts, symbols, statues. A reminder, meaning telling you who you are. Remember who you are. Because this is the land of the lost. And that's what the whole Jesus shit is all about. You being born again, all that shit is your life. And that is the power of the word. See, a lot of you, like, you don't see life in the words because You have to give it life. Oh, it's a vicious cycle, baby. You're gonna have to get there, but the only way for you to get there, you gotta know how to get there. So how do you get there if you don't know how to get there? And the only way for you to get there, you gotta know how to get there. It's you. That's why you are the problem to your problem, but you are also the solution to your problem. And that's what meditation helps you. That's where consciousness, a higher state of consciousness, comes in. But without devotion, none of this, you're not going to be able to hold it down. Meaning, because think about it. You're moving around here like a blind man. So there's going to be a lot of contradiction. There's going to be a lot of motherfucking storms, hurricane that you're going to have to go through. And by the way, that is also the meaning when, I don't know where, there was a storm and Jesus was sleeping. All your disciples. With all the fucking disciples. The disciples is nothing but you. Different aspect of you. Let me give you a little bit of background of this shit. So I remember, because I always used to travel. And traveling simply means, because I'm a medium, I talk to the dead, I talk to spirit. There's no deads, spirit. So let's just cut the bullshit, right? Who am I kidding? So, one of the niggas that I met, I'm not going to say his name, I remember I told him, I'm you know what I'm saying? Because I got some of my instructions, too, from the other side. The nigga told me, you know what I'm saying, the 12th power of men. And I remember, and that also helped me to understand the whole Jesus and his disciples. Because your disciples, that's why they were always with Jesus, no matter where Jesus went. So that whole, I can't recall where it was said, but there was a storm. They had to wake Jesus up. Right? And then your consciousness at this point, now, because when all this shit's happening, your fear kicks in. They are awakening your consciousness. Your emotions, your intellect, what the fuck am I gonna do? What the fuck's happening here? And then your consciousness comes in. Relax. Nigga, relax. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, y'all niggas got a little faith, man. I got you. You understand what I'm saying to you? What I'm saying here to you, shit, I'm saying a whole lot to you. I'm tapping in too. Come on, man. Spirit's coming through. Else, for lack of a better term, spirit is here. Tahuti's here. But anyway, that's how you slow down the storm, baby. Yo, these Haitian niggas. Yo, I gotta share this shit with you niggas. Yo, I was fucking around with some Haitian motherfuckers, right? Those are my niggas too. You already know. You know what I'm saying? 509, baby. Yo, this nigga was sad. This nigga. Yo, you know why Jesus was able to walk on water, nigga? You know what I'm saying? His feet was light. Jesus' feet was so light, this nigga was able to walk on water. You feel me? Oh shit! I'm putting you on some Haitian shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. That's how we look at it. So shit. So my feet's been as light as Jesus, nigga. You know what I'm saying? This nigga be floating. Niggas, you know what I'm saying? This nigga done turned into Neo up in this bitch. He's flying, going up, looking at niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back. This is what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's looking at this motherfucker ascending and shit. This nigga done turned into Neo up in this bitch. Can you see how light that motherfucker leg is? Shit, I like to know what kind of sneaker this nigga got on. Nigga light like a motherfucker. You feel me? Listen, man, if you get it, you get it. But the bottom line here is this. Yo, I'm wilding. Let me stop. The bottom line is that, oh shit, like there's so many things that's being said. I'm saying a lot without saying a lot. Because that alone, I just described to you, show you a different aspect of the reality that you're living, that you're going through right here, right now. I'm also showing you this humanity is your spirituality. Just like when I was talking about who are you going to forgive to get your light to be as light as a feather? What are you going to acknowledge? Oh, your dad fucked you. Or your uncle fucked you while you was like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the fucked up shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, your mom betrayed you. Your mom was abusing you. Your dad was not there. What else? I'm trying to. I got you, motherfuckers. What else? Dad was not there. You know what I'm saying? Your mom and dad was not there. You were a fucking orphan. Or mom and dad was there. They were fighting every day. How do you want it? Or mom and dad was there. You saw your mom and dad literally physically fighting in front of you. Can you imagine how detrimental that shit is as you not having a mom and dad? You pick. You choose your medicine. You know what I'm saying? You choose your pain, in fact. But we got the medicine for it. This is just going to be your pain. But when you start looking at it from a different lens, from a different perspective, you know what I'm saying? Then now you're getting into what is called the occult. You have to be devoted to this type of knowledge, because now you're going against, not necessarily against, but you're going past what you're looking at. That's why you got to have faith. Because now you're going past, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know how shit's going to be, but I'm going to step up for myself. I believe in who I am. Now, what's tomorrow's going to bring? Nigga, I don't know. You have to be devoted to yourself. That type of dedication, that type of loyalty, integrity, beauty. That's how you spark that fire in you. Oh, I love it. I love it. If you have not experienced that, niggas, follow your fucking heart, nigga. I love it. And that's true self-fulfillment. At this point, it's like you're truly doing things that you want. Your achievement doesn't define you. They say the greatest thing that you get out of fucking hard work is not the result, which is true. It's the person that you become. Every fight that you got to do, the way you got to prepare for it, this type of mentality you need to embody, all of that is making you better. That's the greatest thing. You understand that? Like, you gotta let that marinate, baby. I be acting like some shit I said wasn't, you know what I'm saying, it was just some regular shit. Nah, nigga, I was deep. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I be on my bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But that shit was deep, nigga. That shit was deep. I gotta let you digest that shit, man. You see what I'm saying? So that's why our interpretation of this world matters. But that comes with you, this, your state of consciousness. It's not what you see, but how are you looking at what you see? You see what I'm saying? Have you turned the other cheek? Not having a mom and dad could be the best thing in your life. And having a mom and dad could be the worst thing in your life. How are you looking at it? In other words, are you making the best out of it? If it's holding you down, if it doesn't elevate you, you know what I'm saying, it's fucking you up. A lot of you, when you talk about a toxic person or someone who's not able to open, that's why they're damaged goods. Like, you insisted on being stupid. You insisted on not growing. What the fuck? You insisted in not getting yourself better? You stopping yourself from getting better, nigga? Excuse me. That was too much for me. I can handle that. Nigga, what? That was too much. That's too much on me. You don't want to get yourself better? Come on, man. You know, I got to give you this grandfather. I got to give you that daddy talk now, man. Annabelle, get your ass away. I got to give you that talk, man. I'm saying, you falling in love with a nigga that has no purpose in life. What are you doing, lady? Where are you taking yourself? He has no purpose. How do you submit to him? You can't. So why are you with him? What are you doing? You just playing to lose, nigga? Okay. You're not a loser, but you love to lose, huh? But you're not a loser though. I get it. I get it. You love to lose. No, man. Every time you settle for less, that's what you're doing. And settling for less, I'm not talking about less of you. That's what I'm talking about. You know, it's not like, oh, I'm with such and such, and that person is not on my financial status. That's not settling for less. But if you're sacrificing your being, even for more money, you're cheating yourself. There's no fulfillment. Yeah, you may look good in front of everybody else, but you know what's up. You know. You see what I'm saying? And all of that type of understanding too, man, that's because you were never taught to love yourself. Oh, you've been trained. And I talk about that too. Become a Patreon member. I talk about that shit. You created that false self. You lived by it. Oh yeah, you have a lot of Fight Club going on. You got a lot of fights going on here, man. All of that could be avoided. But for you to do that, though, there's going to be, because of how the outside is set up, like to me, this knowledge I have to devote to it. I have to be devoted to it. because not everybody sees things the way that I think, and I embrace them, but I got to keep going. That's why a lot of people that I released in my life, I released them out of love. So there's no regret. No, I love you, but I gotta grow. Ciao. Like, would you want me to love you and then fuck myself? Like you do? I can't do that. Again, you know what I'm saying? We would just build differently. I'm cut a certain way. I can't do that. I will and I am forever, will forever celebrate myself. And not in a selfish way, but it's like, yo, what are we doing? That's why self-love is not selfish. In fact, you being selfish, you're not opening up. You're not being yourself. You're cheating yourself. How can you love a guy or how can you love a woman that way? You're not. It's fake. You're not going to do it. If you're not true to yourself, you're always going to be false to everybody else. I don't give a fuck. You're straight up going to be false to everybody. That's why the greatest artists are people who believes in who they are. They are delving. They are in harmony with who they are. Then they're able to give their best to the community through their music, through whatever the fuck. Me doing this shit here. I'm giving you me, baby. Shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? How you take it is on you. But I'm already fulfilled by just me fulfilling this, doing this. You know? And that's why I don't achieve, because if you identify with your achievement, when you fail, it's going to be the same thing. A lot of people now, okay, it's either now you identify yourself with your success, then other people now, they are identifying themselves with their failures. Then you have your losers, right? And fucking winners. Same shit. If you're asking me. But for me, I go beyond that. I go beyond my failures and my success. That's how I'm able to grow. That's how I'm able to be, or even to say, I am in this world, but not of this world. I'm still giving you my best, but my best is just part of me, baby. So what? You haven't seen any shit. I haven't been my best yet. Why should I be attached to any, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking at myself. I'm seeing shit. I've seen how good looking I am. You know what I'm saying? And I'm also seeing how better looking I've been getting. Like, and that shit growing every day. It's growing every day. I get better by the second. Oh, I'm really turning water into wine here. And you know, the way wine aged. So, what you calling success, nigga, it's me. And I get better. The better I get, that's why I know, you know, I don't. It's tricky. There's a paradox, but you got to find it in between. I don't know how to explain that yet. But I feel like I'm giving you the picture. You decipher that shit. The picture that I'm painting right now, it's just showing you, you know, like, yes, there was success. It's like The man who's working hard, I'm not saying not to work hard. You're working hard. You see the success, but you also know the person that you become. The success is just an effect of that person. You're the cause. So that's why you don't identify yourself with it. I don't settle for my fucking achievements. You haven't seen shit yet, nigga. And just when you think you saw shit, there's a whole lot more shit to come. What are we doing? What are we talking about? Oh, there's layers in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? There's layers in this bitch, man. But anyway, so the devotion, and it's critical to have it. In other words, having faith in this path, because you know, it's like you learn not to look with your physical eyes. Now, being in this space, the way it operates, that's why for you to be balanced down here, you got to be 100% on your spirituality. You don't balance. True balance is not 50 and 50. It's not 50-50. It's two whole that makes it. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's why you don't compromise. You do not fucking compromise. If a bitch gonna love you, she gotta love you for who the fuck you are. You don't compromise yourself. You don't cheat yourself. Stop it. Some people are telling you love about compromise. Bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. That's not true love. No, it's not. Stop. No, it's not. The people who are truly in love, that's why they're able to accept the person for who they are. How's that 50-50? You got to give your whole, and that this other motherfucker's giving his whole. That's how the magic happens. There's no compromise. So the scale, the way you balance the scale down here is to know that you are 100% divine, nigga. This is your fucking spirituality. Your humanity is your spirituality. Be devoted. I shin. Brow. Mali.